So Tommy, you used our Eco Green plant wash. What were you using before you started using our product?
Rubbing alcohol. We really were looking for something to combat mites and fungus gnats. The alcohol was used more on the mites, and we also use Safari Drench on the fungus gnats, which, as a business owner, I started counting the pennies in it and realized how expensive it was to do Safari.
Okay, perfect. So then you're using Eco Green both as a foliar spray and a drench for fungus gnats?
So we use it on these plants as the foliar spray, and we use it as a topical on the soil, the top soil, or whatever of a plant that's having trouble with the fungus gnats.
Um, and so what have your results been with the fungus gnats?
Uh, so I would get the phone calls for fungus gnats. And prior to seeing you guys in TPIE last year and purchasing the product, um, they came quite regularly because fungus gnats come from the growers. We know it. There's nothing we can do about it. And they probably know it as well. And then they treat, but you can only do so much. And I can honestly say those calls have decreased dramatically since we started using the product. And I think the topical application on the soil along with the spray on the leaves, or the foliar application, have helped both, to be honest with you.
And did you have any concerns with odor with our product?
So I brought it home, mixed it up, gave it a try on one of my own plants, and obviously I squeezed way too heavy. And my wife said, I can smell that. And I looked back at the plant and I said, well, it's dripping. There's a problem. So
Mhm.
I knew that I had applied it too heavily. And the technician that visited TPI with me, that you may have met, immediately said our spray bottles for the foliar application on small leaf or thin leaf plants was not fine enough. So it drove me to find another spray bottle that would put out a better mist for those. And what I've found and what they've said to me is that by using the correct, I'll say dosage, I used to be in the pharmacy business, the correct dosage, the smell is not what it was. You can get up on it and smell it, but I don't think you get it throughout the whole room.
So you haven't had, once you got the dosage correct and did the fine mist, just the thin coverage on the leaf, there wasn't an odor issue that you had to deal with?
I've had no complaints from any
Excellent.
customers where we use it. The um, the challenge is finding the right sprayer for that.
Oh,
Um, and my technician's way smarter than I am when it comes to any of this stuff. And she's the one that found you guys and said, "Hey, come over here. You need to see this."
okay.
And she was the first one to come to me to say the Zep bottles don't work for a marginata type leaf, or I'm trying to think of what the other ones are, or a bamboo palm type leaf. You need to finer mist on those. And most of those, this is not the fungus gnat piece, so I'm kind of going off reservation for you on this, but
Okay.
most of those were the mealybug application for the mites, and she said once I got her that finer mist, that it worked way better. I don't know what people are telling you, but the product works if it's applied right. And you guys doing the video with us whenever we started, I think it was one of the keys to our success, to be honest with you. If people buy
Awesome.
the product and don't apply it right, which is probably the case for most anything, it may not work right. And you know that, you know how the product works. So proper application will give you much better success rate and better results.
Perfect. So you mentioned you were using Zep bottles at first.
Because we thought, and I think we talked about this, and you knew that was what we were using. We thought it would get a fine enough mist, but it just didn't get a fine enough mist for the application on the bamboo type, the marginata type, to not over apply it. Now, doing a drench, does that bottle work fine? Or an application on the soil, that works fine. but it just wouldn't get fine enough for us. Yeah, but we
All
love
right.
the product. I mean, I don't know why people wouldn't. And everything smells sometimes, and to me, the smell doesn't last that long, even if it is a smell. So I'm glad to help you guys, and just let me know whatever else, and hopefully I'll see you in January.